Hey guys, I just want to say that, no, I don't know what I want to say, but I do have a bit to say about PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, which is, we all know that it's the Super Smash Brothers for Sony. However, Sony isn't as good as Nintendo, and they made an inferior game. Straight up. Like, Nintendo characters blend together well. Sony's characters are just, especially the later ones, are just shaved head protagonist, nameless loser who, first of all, you tell me the difference between the Resistance guy and Cole. They could be the same person. They could switch the two models, and I probably wouldn't even say anything. So, what I want to get out of the way is I haven't played PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. I've never played a demo of it. I don't have any friends that are interested in that shit. Honestly, anyone who has a PS3 is playing Call of Duty or Uncharted and shit, and not that many people are playing knockoff Super Smash Brothers. My friend played a demo in the store, and that's the closest thing I know to anyone who's actually played it. You know why? Because this game isn't as good as Brawl or Melee, and you know what? It's not as good as the original. Let me get into it. Now, this is what I know, so don't go like, oh, I found this. This is just based on what I know, and I've watched a few videos. I know the entire roster, and I'm not even close to impressed with it. Okay, my main issues. Dante, his model hasn't been in a game yet. So unless this game is an advertising tool, which it is, use the original Dante that's been in 4 fucking games, not one who hasn't been in a game that's been announced and is releasing next year. Raiden or Raiden? I'm thinking, I don't want to mix it up with the Mortal Kombat one. Um, I think it's Raiden. So, anyways, there's no Snake in this game. Raiden's cool, and Raiden's still supposed to be in Metal Gear Solid Revengeance or whatever, the Revengeance Reloaded Ultimate Deluxe Edition, but it hasn't been released yet. So, as cool as Raiden is, and I know he's been in a lot of games, Snake is Metal Gear Solid, and he always will be. I don't care, even if it's a Metal Gear Solid game without Snake. It's not. You're thinking about Snake because Snake, motherfucking Solid Snake, is the shit. Um, so there's no Snake in it. He's in the Nintendo game. He's in Super Smash Brothers, a Nintendo game, but he's not even in that. And then you have Big Daddy. Big Daddy's cool, but it's like Sony's trying to claim BioShock for theirs, and it originally came out on Xbox. So that's a whole, like, fuck you. The model they have of Heihachi is young Heihachi from Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and he might be in other games, but I know gray-haired old-ass Heihachi. You know why? Because I've played most of the Tekken games, and I know old-ass Heihachi is the way to go. Also, I would have chosen Jin over Heihachi, but Heihachi is still nonetheless cool. Other huge complaint, no Final Fantasy characters. What the fuck is that? Final Fantasy didn't start out on a Sony console, but it's been Sony's baby for most of the PS2 era and going into this until like Xbox basically got all their exclusives. Also, there should be Nico Bellic or one character from Grand Theft Auto, because even though Grand Theft Auto was also Sony's baby, so put Tommy or whatever from 3. But also, that's not happening. Now, these are just my complaints about the roster. I can make the entire video about the roster. Alright, so I don't really care that, okay, Cole. Cole's an alright character. Yeah, he deserves a slot. One slot. I don't need evil Cole and good Cole because I don't give a fuck enough. Do you really think that one game, and I think they might have made a sequel, do you think that one game that came out a couple years deserves like 10% of the fucking roster for a game that showcases all of Sony? I sure as fuck don't. And you know what? There should be Crash Bandicoot. Everyone knows it. I'm not saying this for the first time, and I know I'm not. But you think you would have been like, hey, Activision, could I have the rights for Crash Bandicoot for like the biggest, like a game that basically celebrates big ass characters, and maybe his name will be known by younger fans, and you can maybe choose to make a game? But no, nope, not at all. It's like Crash Bandicoot is just like he's like Sonic, but he called it quits. It's like if Sonic should have called quits when Crash did, because Crash hasn't made a game in a while. Also, there should be Spyro. Ah, fuck. Spyro's like my favorite dragon character in any video game. Like Spyro 1, 2, and 3 on the PS1, forget about it. Like it's the best, one of my favorite game trilogies on any console. It's just really fun, and Spyro's great. And Spyro hasn't aged well. Like Skylander Spyro, this Spyro, he looks like a Down syndrome dragon, and I'm insulted in every single fucking game that they show him in like that. And you know what? Skylander's popular, but kids don't know the original Spyro. It's Banjo-Kazooie syndrome. Sorry, I know that my brain is all kerfuckety, but that's just the way my brain works. I just have a lot of thoughts that just clump together like a snowball or something. And it's just foolish. Um, so there's no Spyro, no Crash, no Final Fantasy characters. So those are 3 huge holes in the roster. That's like if I didn't include Link, Donkey Kong, or Mario, honestly. Um, Shit, someone just tweeted me and might buy my textbook. Swag. Yeah, yeah. This video might end soon, but I'll release two parts of it, don't you worry. One thing that they did do right is they made it so the stages are like two game series put together, you know what I mean? Like Patapon and whatever the fuck. There should also be a Patapon character, and the two DLC characters are even shadier than anything on the roster. Like you think like I don't know, maybe I'll get like Snake or Crash or Spyro or Toomba or any character, but they give you like the chick from Pilot Wings or something. Not Pilot Wings, some guy from Warhawk. I don't even remember them. First of all, I know gaming. If there's class on gaming, I would be taking them to school. But I don't know those two characters because A, I didn't play Starhawk, didn't give a fuck about that game because there's no multiplayer or there's no campaign, one or the other. Anyways, I didn't play it for good reason. Plus, it looks shitty. So, anyways, the two DLC characters are actually making it worse. I would prefer if they just said no DLC. This is what you get. We'll work on the next one and try and do better. The combat sucks. First of all, you have to build up your finisher, and there's no ring outs. What makes Smash great is it's just I've been playing a lot of Brawl lately, and I know what makes it fun. It's everything. Every little thing about the game is amazing. And if you argue that it's not as good as Melee, I won't argue with you. Like, if it's everyone's personal preference. But I can tell you one thing: all three of them, if you take out half the characters, are all better than PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. God damn, that's a long, stupid name too. PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. That's like Super Smash Brothers. Smash, Brawl, Melee, you all know what I'm talking about when I drop any of those words. If you say All Stars, I guess, but they're not even all their stars. It's other people's characters. Like Big Daddy, that's not yours, Sony. And I hate Sony's cat from the Japanese mascot. I hate the fuck out of it, but I accept that it's going to be in these games. He's okay. At least the game has Sackboy, and I like that they put in the guy from Ape Escape. I haven't played any Ape Escape games, but like I knew people were asking for him. But Sony knew damn well that Crash, Spyro, and Snake were the characters to put in this game, and they fucked up. Obviously, Kratos is in this game because Kratos is in every single game ever. He's in Hot Shots Golf. He's in Soul Calibur. He's in Mortal Kombat as a fighting character. Kratos has been fucking pimped right out. And I love Kratos, and he's great, and I have nothing negative to say about Kratos. Why wouldn't you want him in your game? He's great. He's the best character that came out of the PS2. In my opinion, and I'm not thinking of the other ones, but I'm gonna say it right now. It's like Kratos is the fucking god of war. He kills gods. He's the shit. They have the bitch from Heavenly Sword in it, if I'm not mistaken, Nariko, I think is her name. What is that? Like, that game came out as what came in between God of War 2 and 3. It's when people didn't have their God of War on their PS3 yet. And no one has spoken of it since God of War 3 came out. So, why is she in this game? Do we need a chick Kratos? It's the same thing with X-23 in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Because it's the chick Wolverine. She's the girl version of... Like, no one picks or cares about Nariko at all. Like, you have one spot for one game that came out 5 years ago. But you don't have it for Spyro or Snake or Crash. It's just like, come on, guys. The roster pisses me. Honestly, the biggest problem with the game is the roster. I get pissed off looking at the characters list. I'm going, why? I haven't played it, and I'll post a video after I do play it, if I do play it. But none of my friends are going to be buying it for good reason. The boss of the game should have been, what's his name? The butler guy. The guy that does all the commercials. The white dude who freaking basically he's really good. Like, I'm not a Sony boy anymore. Like, PS3, not my jam. But I liked that dude, and he should have been the boss. Running around with a PlayStation Move controller, he should have been a character. That would have been so cash money, and they know it. And everyone said it on forums and shit. It's not even my idea. It's just a great idea that I'm sharing and I've heard. And he should have been the boss of the game. He would have been better than Master Hand by far if he was the boss, and I'll admit that right now. Master Hand is obviously just a fucking hand. What can you really do about that? But, yeah, do you see, like, I've gone 9 minutes now just talking about problems with the game, and I said maybe one or two good things about it. I mean, there should be so many more characters, like Cloud, Sora, like anyone from Kingdom Hearts, for fuck's sakes. Like, it's like they've got all these franchises that they want us to forget about while they like restart them in the shittier versions of themselves. Like, the Devil May Cry 4, I'm not gonna hate on because the new not Devil May Cry 4, Devil May Cry 5, new Devil May Cry, that's not even out yet. I didn't bring up Dante in this video. The new Dante model that doesn't exist yet. Wait, I might have actually. So, like, I don't get to play as the Dante I know, I get to play as the new one I haven't. So, part 2 might come out.